Hello everyone, my name is Tiny Cupcake Dai, and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Apparently, this game involves horror and all that. I saw Jacksepticeye played it as well as PewDiePie, and I've been meaning to play it because they said there's horror involved and all that. And when I opened the game, it said like this game is only allowed to players who aren't above 13, I guess, and who doesn't and people who doesn't get easily disturbed, you know, that stuff. So yeah. Also, by the way, I've actually played this game before, or at least the first hour of it. There, I'm supposed to upload this, but my recording of this video is actually got corrupted. I had to delete it. I have to start a new one, and yeah, that's basic. Well, nothing really, anything happened. All that's happened is literally, made a poem, and that's about it. At least in the starting of the game, join a club, and yeah, you know what happened. You know what happened next. So without further ado, I guess, new game. Hey, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. Oh wait, Sayori. Yeah, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, cupcake die. Eh, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, cupcake die. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Eh. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Cupcake Die, have you decided on a have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you will join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Wait, hold on. I'm back. Okay. So, Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh huh. What? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What's a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, but it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice to start. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Eh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help us start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I'm kind of told the club yesterday I will bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hey, cupcakes. Oops. Eh. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I'll let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day. Yeah. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glanced around the classroom. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Cupcake die, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Dot dot dot, just silence. Okay. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Hmm. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet one of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's a great to see you again, Cupcake Guy. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little you too, Monica. Come sit down, Cupcake Die. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapping tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Tara. Why? Wah. Uwoa. Natsuki lift the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Skepticism. I'll just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for her best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. You don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of as president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Oops, wait. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Cupcake Die, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psylo- psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely draw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Uh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can put that down. Put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud," and give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very competent writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest features of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Silence. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Dot 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 question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share the same with each other. That way, everyone is even. Um, Silence. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Cupcake Guy? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. It was that. Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly comfort with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I will join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All four all four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Hmm, cupcake die. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, hey. You really did scare me for a moment. Uh, if you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Come to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring the next meeting. To bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Cupcake die, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Eh, yeah. Uh, can I really impress the class star, Monica, with my mediocre writing skills? Oops, wait, I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continued to chit-chat as Yuri and Asagi cleaned up their food. Hey Cupcake Die, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Oh wait, no. Yeah, sorry about that, I misclicked. Perhaps I'll have to have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that start with and I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Yeah. So last time, yeah, I picked Yuri, I think. Yeah. So she likes horror, I think, horror and what else? Like, like, well, horror, I guess. Wait, it's oriented? Okay. Sunset broken, heartbeat, sadness, passion, alone. No. Um. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to pick like pick Yuri again or some pick Yuri again. But wait, which one? After I made questions. Questions? There. Blanket, meager, rainbow, intellectual, infinite. Right? Yeah. Unstable, sugar, nary, dark, Summer explode and no wait. Angers Natsuki, right? Yeah. Google frightening. Yeah. Friends, shame, tenacious bed, analysis adventures, sticky, Yuri romance zone. Um, what's tenacious? Apparently she like that. So massacre. Um, greed. Okay now. Nation, destiny. And she also like like what's it called? Psychological stuff, right? Like horoscopes, stuff like that. Destiny. Yeah. Doki Doki. What happened? What happened? Wait. Who's Doki Doki? Wait, let me. Oh, that's okay. Wait, I'm. I just tested it out. Um, existence. Wait, dream hopeless. Dream. There. Heart lucky lady lost spark lucky. No. Shiny sunny playground judgment calm ribbon bubbles. Wait, universe. That without flying uncanny raindrops promise smile disaster. I gotta love being stressed with that. Wait, a tone? Yeah. Joy awesome suicide. Wow. Agonizing rain cloud suicide. Swimsuit inside excitement misfortune. Maybe not. Okay. I think I got the one that Yuri likes. I'm pretty sure. Hi again, Cupcake Die. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cupcake Die. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. MM, Monica, I mean, he's trying to say Monica? Wait, Natsuki, find yourself stuck between saying Monica, yeah, Monica and manga. Okay. Manga is literature. Swiftly, swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Cupcake Dai always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Cupcake Dai can become good friends too? Sayori. Hmm? Silence again. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. And me? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made this sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. As we and we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastic. uh, I enthusiastically take the book. Peel. Huh. Well, you can read it. You can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Wait, hold on. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Dot dot dot. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. Well, I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Hmm. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let go. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's about it anyway? What's it about anyway? Well, mm, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, no matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of wait, hold on. Well, hold on. Like, seem that kind of like seems like a book I would like read. I like in real life. I mean, like, I yeah, I guess why not? If like I have like a book of that, a book of the, like a book like what's it called? What's it called again? Portrait of Markov and Portrait of Markov. I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, why not? I'll read it. Like I have spare time. I'll read it. Seems like the book. Seems like the type of book like I'll read. Anyway, that's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Kakigda? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive, I don't know, something like that, on the outside, but her mind seems to have completely seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related, thought you relate to the protagonist, they're made they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm I'm ram I'm ram I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That's just that that just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Uh, wait, what? What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. That sounds again. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had to put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the I slip I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not it's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That that is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as soon as it's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Look, come on, there we go. Oops. It's not a particularly bad thing. Yeah. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, ah, here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It, it feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, there. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think wait, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asked me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just instead uh, wait, instead I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feel like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they they're but kind of they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Cupcake died. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean uh, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really didn't know you were subconscious about that sort of thing. Silence. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay everyone. I think this is about we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Uh, Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, wait. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit. That's a good reason. In that case, feel free to finish the first two chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is in on a wrinkled sheet of blue sleep torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers into a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show? Who should I show my poem first? So this is where I left off behind the other one wait save this wait let me sum this up. Yes, December 20. There we go. Well, that's where I left off of it. Yeah. Who should I show my phone to first? That's going to be, I don't know. Maybe Yuri. Like since like I did write a poem for her, I guess. But I guess I'll do that in the next episode. Actually, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Like, well, like I'll choose someone to show my poem to first in the next episode. But if you like this episode, then please give it a like a thumbs up, and if you and subscribe to my channel. Sorry, and subscribe down below so you won't miss so you won't miss so you won't miss the next episode. Sorry. Well, that's about it. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. See you next one.